Welcome back to the Build the Enterprise-D project from Fanhome Partworks Kit. The epic adventure continues, and we're going to knock out the next kit in this box, which I believe is 109. So we got to knock out 109. This one's going to be relatively quick and easy. We got a big kerchunker for the next kit part bag. So we're gonna do another deck panel over here. Sorry if I made you dizzy there. We're gonna be doing that one, buttoning that up, and then working a little more on our nacelle. So oh, and I found, hold on, I was digging through some files looking for something else, and I found some stuff. I was drawing this stuff, trying to draw comic books back in the day. This would have been, I don't know if this is junior high or getting into high school. I'm not going to show all of this, but this actually, a friend of mine, Jeff, drew that. He designed that ship. He called it a hyperclass ship, USS Enexer. And I'm almost positive he designed that before The Next Generation aired. So that's pretty cool. And then I took a painstaking long time to try to draw comic books. And this is a copy of it. There's some original sketchings with the original pencil there. And I guess I made photocopies of these. So I don't know now here's some originals. Anyway, and not as good as I think they are, as I remember doing, but most of my stuff was, because I'm not a good artist, most of my stuff was, I'm going to take pictures and catalog this stuff, and I don't even know if I had a full comic book. So I think what we were doing is, I sketched that out. I was getting kind of good at the side profile of the Enterprise. It wasn't perfect, like if you tried to look at dimensions and stuff, it wasn't ever perfect. And then I think what we were doing, I would draw some of it, and then he would draw some of it. I can't remember. Because you can see like how wonky, like I couldn't figure out faces. He did a lot better on faces, so any of the good faces was stuff he was doing, I do believe. If I remember right, I can't remember. I just thought it was fun that I found that right before I was down here. I'm still going through stuff from moving, and I just had stuff, and there's a Trapper Keeper. You're not here for that. And a lot of stuff I was looking at other stuff to draw it, to try to mimic it. Not necessarily tracing it, but looking at it. I'd taken an art class and was like, look at this, draw this. That's why some of it kind of looks better. But it was a lot of eraser marks and stuff like that. Anyway, I can't even draw that good now. That's definitely something you got to practice. Some people have a little more natural ability, I think, but more so, I think a lot of people they take the time to really learn that art form on drawing and comics and stuff like that. Anyway, I don't even know what was on camera. I wasn't even seeing what was on camera there, so you may not have seen anything I just showed you. Pack 109. Thanks for hanging out with me. If you haven't picked up on it yet, these videos have become kind of a train wreck of me just spewing out stuff that most people don't want to hear about, probably. Got to make sure we don't lose that. Another faux, what do you call it? Escape pod. Put our screws in there. A little tray. Get this out. This is metal, die cast. Very nice. I'm gonna roll out these. I'll bring it down a little bit closer. There we go. Roll out these escape pods here. Had a full day of work. Then I did go out and ride the motorcycle a little bit. Wasn't as long as the ride as I wanted. A lot of storm clouds were kind of real cloudy out, and then it started sprinkling a little bit, so I was like, you know what, I'm not really wanting to ride in the rain. So I came on back, and but it was enough. It was fun. Got a little ride in. So the red line is going to face the outer perimeter of the panel, so it'll be looking something like that on orientation. I do like sleep in on Saturdays, but hopefully I can get up early enough, and if it's sunny out, hopefully, because you look at the weather app and you know it didn't show all this stuff, and then next thing you know, boom, here we are getting sprinkles. I thought it was gonna full on rain, and it never did, so I probably would have been okay, but it was getting pretty busy out there. Traffic right after work is probably not the best time for me to be getting out and about trying to, so I'm still in my learning phase, but hitting a few little areas. So that's how you gotta do it to get more comfortable. Every day I get more comfortable on it, as far as more natural. I think I'm gonna adjust my clutch and brake lever, kind of loosen them up, angle them down a little bit, so it's at a better angle. I think they're kind of raised up a little too much. So I'm gonna do that in the morning, get that angled down a little bit, so it's a little more natural when I'm covering the brake or covering the clutch, not having my wrists kind of like that. I think it should be a little more in line as I'm reaching down. And put this piece here, goes right over this. So those of you that don't care about motorcycle stuff, that was for you. What screw am I going to use in here? Guess it would help if I look at the instructions. Here's our wonderful instructions. AM screws. M for metal. Looks like we got a plethora of screws again. So I am filming this kind of late because I made dinner, some French bread pizzas. Watched a little TV. I think my eyes might have closed for a hot sec. I was watching some big thing on the Shroud of Turin on Tucker Carlson YouTube channel. I believe in that. I believe that thing's real, but that's just me. I think Eaglemoss was doing Locked and Loaded. He used to do Locked and Loaded on Fridays, but I haven't gotten no invite in a long time, so I don't even know if the Eaglemoss Locked and Loaded is even going. Then again, maybe I just forgot he was doing it on Rumble. I need to get back over on Rumble. I've tried to do stuff over on Rumble with my own channel, and I always kind of forget about it because like there's no activity over there. I have the Rumble app. It doesn't give me any alerts or anything like that. And it's like the YouTube app, at least I can kind of open it and see what's going on with my main peeps. But I've subscribed to so many channels now I can't hardly watch everything. So I think the algorithm just feeds me stuff like the Shroud of Turin thing. And of course I've been feeding me a lot of motorcycle stuff lately because I've been looking stuff up on that. Alright, those two are in. Make sure that's tight. Make sure I got all those oriented correctly, and I do. Let's bring this over to the saucer. So anyway, I probably missed it. Locked and Loaded. That's a live show, and they used to have a call-in situation. That was fun. I'm sure people got tired of hearing me call in. I used to call into that show that Mule would do with John Solar. I probably was calling in so much I was just annoying Mule probably, because that is kind of my MO, I guess. If you're around me long enough, you learn to hate me. This is gonna go in, and we're gonna use we're gonna use 2 FM screws and then a DP there. Yes, I guess that's my natural talent to small dose of me is okay sometimes, but then people just really get annoyed with me. I don't intentionally do that. I think I'm just kind of a dumbass most of the time. My jokes are not funny. People don't find my jokes funny. Dry sense of humor. Or what I think is funny is not funny. That's probably it. FM, we're going to get our 2 FMs. So if I missed Locked and Loaded, I think it's still going on Rumble. E-Bomi is the channel. And I think they have a live chat over there, so you can still live chat. The call-in stuff kind of ended because it used to be on Spreaker and something else. Can't remember what the other one was called. Those platforms. We're going to dip the tip in oil. They kind of make it too hard to live stream stuff and have call-ins that link in, but it can be done. Oh, I've been watching Inverted World. Can't remember their names, but a couple of those guys with look at this. I want that gap closed up a little more. Okay, I better start this other one before I get that too tight, just for alignment purposes. Air conditioner coming on. I can't remember his name. Shane, I think is his name. I could be wrong. Inverted World. That's been feeding into my stream. It happens after Timcast IRL. Again, where I don't watch all the Timcasts anymore. I used to sit there and, of course, half the time I'd be doing other things or on my phone or something. But, especially when he's not on there, and some of the people they have filling in, it's like, some of the people they're just there on the panel, it's like, shut the hell up. Nothing personal, but dang. Shut up. Get off there. They talk over each other, you know? It's annoying. We're going to do a DP right there. A DP. Open this pack up. There's a bunch of DPs in here, 3 of them. We're going to slither one out. We'll make sure everything's tight. But Inverted World, they're doing. I think I started talking about Inverted World. Oh yeah, because they're able to do live call-ins, so they've got something going on. You know, you watch the show live on YouTube, so you can do the chat in there if you want. I just kind of watch it, and then they have a call-in, but I think it's through a streaming service. I don't know what they're using. Because they're always having telling them, you know, there's a delay, turn your YouTube down or off, because people can't figure that out. There's delay between the YouTube thing is delayed from the actual call-in. Alright, tighten all these up. Alright, that looks okay. Yeah, that's gonna do. That's gonna do. So now, get this falsetto faux hatch with the 2 nubbies. Line them up, kind of like we did on the last one. Make sure they're lined up in the holes before you start smashing. Otherwise, you'll bend. Break your twig. That's what she said. Okay, that's in. Boom. Look at that. I think in the next issue we got a big piece going there. I'm hopeful for that. All these should have been bigger panels. This small ass little panels, terrible design. But hey, we're here. We're doing it. We're doing it live. Okay. We're gonna get some wiring going. Kind of need to move some of the stuff out. This thing is huge. It's massive, so it's always in the way of everything. You need a lot of space. The final frontier. Let's flip this over. Let's get this out. Little electrical board with some lights. And this thing. Alright. Gotta make sure we got this all done up right. How does this thing go? Okay. This is gonna go like this. These are gonna splay out. Something like that. These wires this is gonna come out like that. Like that. So we have this bulb that sticks up there. That's gonna rest down in there like that. Okay, that's how that goes. That's gonna go there. That's gonna go like that. I think that's how it looks. Yep. We're gonna use before I screw this down, I need to take, we're gonna be using three CP screws, so CP, P for plastic, but we need to take one of these, and why do they have it set up like this? We're gonna kind of loop it under. Alright, like this, and it's gonna feed under there. So one of these bulbs has to feed under here, because it's gonna fit into this piece right there. It's for our running light. So let me smash that into there. What the hell? Come on. Come on. I need some pliers or something. I don't want to break this bulb, but I need to go down further. Alright, that's fully seated. So now that looks like that. So the bulb is fully in there. That's going to be out like that. Okay. CPs. CPs, P for plastic. Again, welcome to the train wreck, but we are getting close. We're getting closer and closer to getting this finished. I think after this box, I have 1, 2, 3. Got 3 boxes left, and I think the last box, which I have sitting over on the shelf, last box only has 2 kits in it instead of the 4. So if I don't mess around, we're gonna get this done sooner than later, and I'll display it for a while before it gets rehomed. To the great and powerful Oz. Alright, this thing is just awkward as hell. So I'm just going to get a CP loaded up. And I'm going to get this kind of lined up where it needs to go. So freaking awkward. Okay, we're going to put one right here. Maybe. Oh yeah, when I was calling into that mule show, I don't remember what his show was called. Just annoying the hell out of all of them. Being dumb, thinking I was cool when I wasn't. I made some joke about, what was the joke? Oh, the viscosity of clear alcohol versus water and blah blah blah. It was a joke. Man, Mule got pissed at me. Oh, I've been there to Eric's. I've seen him. He's not drinking water. He's not faking it. I'm like, chill, man. It was a joke. But that's one of those stupid things that never went away. Now I don't care. People used to call, I guess more people used to call in, and then it got to where it was just me, and then it got to where there was nobody. Because after he blew up on me, I was like, fuck, why am I wasting my time here, man? So that went away, and then apparently his whole thing went away, but I do wish him well. Nothing personal against him at all. I just have that ability to annoy people to where they apparently hate me. So I guess put that on my tombstone. Put another CP here. How many of these are we putting in? It says 3. Okay. I'm just trying to run down a contact and then take up the slack because I don't want it damaging this board, this little circuit board. But okay, I think that is how it should be. That's how we're looking there. At this stage of the game, we got a couple more steps and we're gonna be done here. Let's see. What are we doing? This piece right here, warp engine filled grill, rear, at the back of the nacelle. We're going to attach it with 2 AP screws. So yet another screw pack has to get opened. You see we got little ears there, so that's going to go down like this. There's a little notch as it fits in. Okay, that's pretty easy peasy. I just have to open up AP screws. Get 2 of those loaded up on the screwdriver. And the P, it's AP, so it's still going in that plastic skeletal structure, so don't over tighten it. I'll start both of them, then I'll snug them down. You probably can't see anything that's going on. Okay, maybe that's a little more fun. Maybe. Kind of blocking the light now, but maybe I'll do it left-handed. Trying to be careful I don't crack anything in here. A little more. Then it'll be held in a little more on the other side once we sandwich the other part of the nacelle on. That is nice and feeling good. Yeah, I like that. This piece right here, it already has the little white thing in there. If it fell out, push it back in. It's gonna set. It sits on here, but we've got to. Must have missed a step where I bend the. Didn't really tell me to do it, but. I'm supposed to test these lights. I don't even have my little circuit board to test this. I don't even know where that's at right now. I'll try to find it. I've got to bend this guy down a little bit because this got to set in there. So which way do I want to bend it? I want to bend it that way. Man, that little insulation's kind of coming apart right there. It'll be okay. And that just sits in there like that for now. Let's see if I got that little circuit board to test. Nope. I don't know what I did with that thing. How the hell am I going to test that? I don't have any way to test it. Test that the nacelle light strip is working correctly. I don't have any way to test. I don't have any way to plug these in. I got some spare parts here. I got this circuit board I used to use to test, but I don't have a spare battery pack anymore because it's inside the ship. I can't unplug it because you can't reach those plugs anymore for the battery pack. Unless I mean, we'll be just stay tuned. In the next one, we're going to be putting the rest of it together. I think we can put a battery in it. Test the lights, then we'll know. I think it's going to be fine. So I'm just kind of wasting your time right now, making sure we hit a 30-minute mark, I guess. Heck, it's not even going to be the next one. It's going to be, they're going to stretch out this nacelle build for a while. Alright, thanks for watching, thanks for hanging out. You might see this very late tonight on a Friday, but most likely it'll probably filter in on Saturday morning, maybe. One of the two. Thanks for watching, hanging out. Boom.